Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be from feeling like hell to happiness. I've got two great but short email success stories. The first one is from a guy who broke up with his girlfriend. He literally was about to talk to her family to ask for their permission to ask for her hand in marriage. Right after he started contemplating this, she told him that she was in love with him. So they broke up. And then about 30 days later, he finds out she's pregnant and married to an ex-boyfriend. Talk about a knife or a kick in the gut. And you imagine that has got to be something that's really painful. He was with this girl for 3 fucking years. She goes right back to an ex-boyfriend, gets pregnant, knocked up, and then marries the guy. However, he's got a great success story of where he is 6 months later, and he wanted to share it because obviously when it first happened, he was feeling pretty fucking hopeless. And the second one is another email success story, and this one is from a guy. I did a video back in May of 2017 called Counterintuitive Dating Magic. And so he shares what happened to this particular guy when he obviously first came to me. Like probably 90% of the people that first find my work, he wanted to get his ex back. What was really cool is what happened when he got together with his new girlfriend and she fell in love with him. So I got a quote that I wrote, and I want to go through these two email success stories because I know a lot of people that are watching this are probably really fucking hurting and they feel like it's just never going to get any better. So the quote says, "Everything that no longer serves us tends to become unstable and dissolve. Careers, jobs, businesses, partnerships, friendships, and relationships never stay the same. Life is change. Perpetual happiness is the result of assigning positive and empowering meanings to the circumstances and events of our lives. As we become better, we attract better. Choose to embrace an uncertain future with hope, optimism, and a focus on what you want to create. With enough time, patience, action, and self-love, everything that you perceive to be missing from your life will eventually manifest and often exceed your expectations." Obviously, these are two pretty great success stories. These guys were totally at a low point, and now they're just doing really great, which you'll see in a second. So let's go through the first guy's email. He says, "Hey, Coach, I wanted to share a success story that I think will inspire hope in your followers that may be at their lowest point. I've watched countless videos of yours, and I'm on my 4th read of your book," he says, getting there. "And like a lot of your clients' followers, I found you after I was blindsided by the girl I was dating for almost 3 years. We were in our very early 20s, and we had a very smooth, yet not very intimate relationship. In other words, the sex wasn't all there. And if you've dated enough women, and you've slept with enough women, you realize that some women are really great in bed, and some just totally suck and have no body awareness, no sensory acuity, and there's not a lot you can do with that. I really feel for guys that wait until they're married, and then they get married and they find out that the person that they're with just sucks in bed, and it doesn't get very much better than that. I've heard so many stories over the years." He says, "I was awestruck by her beauty." So in other words, he treated her like a celebrity, thought she was just... Because that's what every guy wants, the beautiful, gorgeous woman that you're proud to walk around with on your arm and show her off to everybody, your friends, your family. And of course, when you walk down the street and you see other guys checking out your girl and checking out you and going, how's that fucking dude end up with her? I think everybody's had that experience. "I was awestruck with her beauty, and she was my best friend during our time together. We lived together, and I was planning on asking her family, who fucking loved me because I'm awesome, if I could propose to her in the new year." This guy's planning out his life. Just imagine that. You're thinking about all these things. You've been together 3 years. The family loves you. This is perfect. That's the way it's supposed to be, right? "Long story short, she made herself distant from me and one day told me that she was no longer in love with me." Can you imagine? You're thinking, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this woman, and then she says, "I'm not in love with you anymore." That's brutal. "I walked away, and a week later, I found out she was dating her ex-boyfriend, who is a 97% super asshole from high school." Well, it sounds like they deserve each other. So obviously, if a week later she's dating her ex-boyfriend, what was really going on is this woman was talking to the ex-boyfriend before she broke up with you. In other words, she realized that she wasn't feeling what she used to feel. Instead of talking and communicating and working things out, she goes right back to heating up leftovers with the ex-boyfriend. I mean, the girl did you a favor. Let me think about it. Can you imagine finding this out when this is the kind of woman that would cheat on you when you're married? Now just imagine you got a couple kids and you find out she's cheating on you, and then you're going to be wondering, are all these kids mine? I've had clients over the years where they find out that several of their children aren't even theirs. You don't want to be that guy, but it happens, and we can all learn from that. He says, a month later, I found out she was pregnant with him and married. Yeah, she was definitely planning that. So she was obviously screwing around behind your back, and you fucking dodged a bullet, dude. This relationship didn't serve you, and that's why it fucking dissolved. He says, this left me alone in a new city with no friends. I experienced serious depression and a terrible weight loss compounded by excessive drinking. With your coaching, I got back out there, became a beast in the gym, I cleaned up my act, I made new friends, and 6 months later, I've met a girl, after a few prospects didn't blow me away, that is amazing. This would not have happened without your help making me realize that I'm a catch and my ex is the one who lost out. Well, like I said, dude, she did you a favor. Obviously, she lined that other guy up behind your back. Trust me, after having gone through one divorce in my life, and we didn't have kids, it's not pleasant. I don't wish a divorce on my worst enemy. It's not fun to try to get out of a marriage, especially some states with the way the laws are. He says, even though me being in a car accident and then requiring surgery from a separate incident, nothing has knocked me off my center, and my new woman notices. By not being attached to the outcome, not pressuring her into any labels, speaking 2 to 3 times a week to set dates, and going out on 1 to 2 amazing dates a week, we've been successfully hanging out, having fun, and hooking up, allowing things to develop slowly. Remember, love is allowing. It's not force. Love is freedom. Obviously, he did a really great job of applying what he learned in the book and the videos. Allowing things to develop slowly to the point where she's asking me to come over and cook dinner together. If a woman is chasing you and pursuing you like this, like all normal, healthy women do, because that's an aspect of feminine energy, you don't have to worry about getting dumped and rejected. Now, obviously, you got to date and court her properly, and when you date and court a woman properly, she's going to be all over you like wine on rice. Think about what that does for your confidence. You don't feel fearful. You don't feel worried about losing her. You never wonder where you stand with her, because you can look at her actions and read her actions according to the attraction table that's in my book. I think that, if I remember right, the title of that chapter is It's All in the Numbers. And so far, it seems neither of us are rushing to lock one another down, just enjoying the moment. Oh, and by the way, the sex is miles better than what I had in the last 3 years. What do I always say? You either get the ex back or you get somebody better. Obviously, he's got somebody better. I have a long way to go, but I wanted to share the complete turnaround I've experienced since my last emails to you. I still think about my ex, but more in a way of how it's such a shame that she's now stuck with a bad guy. She got what she fucking deserved. That's karma, baby. He says, oh well, I went from getting sick from anxiety every morning to enjoying my life every single day. You're the man, and help people more than you know. Well, I appreciate that, dude. And thanks for being awesome, because now you and your girl are a great example to everybody in your lives. And now you can influence them because they see how awesome the two of you are together. So let's go through the second email. And so this was actually Counterintuitive Dated Magic. I think this guy posted this in the YouTube comments. And so he said, hi, I'm the guy from the text exchange near the end of this video. This is a quick update for everyone. I hope you read this, Corey. Well, guess what? I did. She reached out about a week after this text exchange, and I tried to get me to go along with her friend's agenda again. So remember, the strongest negotiating position is being able to walk away and mean it. When somebody offers you terms that are not to your liking and what you want, you have to walk away. Because to stick around and put up with something that is not what you want, it's a violation of yourself, and it's a violation of your dignity. And it's going to cause the other person to not respect you, because she's going to know that you're basically being a bitch. In other words, you're being a pleaser. You're being something that you're not, in order to hopefully get what you want down the road. But when you value yourself and you love yourself and you respect yourself and you know what you bring to the table, you're like, this ain't working for me. No thanks. Because the only reason a woman really wants to stick a guy in friend zone when she's dumped him is a backup. In other words, so she can bounce back to him if things don't work out with the new guy. He says, I politely refused and walked away again. She started dating someone else shortly after then, and then ended up in a serious relationship with him, until that ended about a month and a half ago. She then, this is the best part, she then started contacting me again. At this point, I wasn't interested at all, as she still has issues, and I can and have done better. Or you either get the ex back or you get somebody better. I'm dating, because everything he did, he acted like a guy who knew his worth. He wasn't going to wait around. He wasn't okay with being in friend zone or being her fucking backup plan. He's like, I'm going to go find somebody that values what I have to offer. And it's really sweet and it's really satisfying when an ex calls you and you're with somebody new. He says, I'm dating someone new and she's just fallen in love with me 2 months, just like Corey's book says. She is great. What people need to understand about getting an ex back is that the ex back principles, in other words, 7 principles to get an ex back, that Corey teaches don't guarantee getting her back, which is absolutely true, but they'll give you the best chance. They just give us the best well, you just said best possible chance. But they do guarantee that we regain our internal strength and self-respect, as well as the respect of others, including our exes. Yeah, because if you're willing to walk away and let it go, at least she'll respect you for that. But sitting around hoping things are going to change while you're being stuck in friend zone, that's a fucking bitch move. After you're over it, you look back and think to yourself, I'm so glad that I handled it like a man and didn't act like a pussy, lol. As a result, you develop more confidence, internal strength, and you end up attracting someone even better. I know I'll never get dumped again unless she is a Fruit Loop, because I know the fundamentals so well I can teach them, and I have. I've helped my brother get his ex back, and one of my friends save his relationship. Dude, that's fucking awesome. That's what I want. I want people to learn this stuff and master it so they can help everybody in their community where they live and be a mentor and a coach themselves, because it makes all of us better. It makes society better. It makes the world a better place. All you need is love. I think John Lennon said that. Or it was the Beatles song. I then directed them both to Corey's work, and they bought his book. Thanks, Corey. Stay strong, people. Well, the highest compliment that you can give me is to refer your friends and family to my work, and I definitely appreciate that. And for those of you watching this, maybe you haven't read the book yet, you can actually read it for free on my website by subscribing to the email newsletter, and you can also get the audio book for free by doing a free trial on audible.com. And right now, as the time of this video is done, if you do a free trial with Audible, if you're a Perpetual learner, it's a great plan because you get 2 free books. You can get my book for free and somebody else's book for free. You should always be reading other people's work. You should always be trying to improve and better yourself through other people's writings. Because it's like all the things I've struggled in my life and learned and overcome, I write about, I talk about it in my videos. And other people can learn from that and not have to make the same mistakes as me, hopefully. And so if you'd like to get my help personally, maybe you'd like me to do a phone session with you or a Skype session, you can go to my website, click the products tab at the top of your screen, and book whatever coaching option works for you. And I will talk to you soon.